Hello everyone, this is Takamiro here again, and tonight, like I said, for my next review, I'm gonna be reviewing on Toy Story 3. Came out in 2010. So, plot of this movie is Andy is now all grown up and he's getting ready to go to college. So, he decides to take Woody to college, and while he puts Buzz and and all the other toys in the attic. But that didn't work out because Andy's mom took the trash bag that has his toys in there and just puts them on the curb. And then so Buzz and the others decided that they're gonna go to this daycare center called Sunnyside Daycare, and they were like really looking forward to it, but Woody wasn't looking forward to it because he wanted to go to college with Andy. So yeah, once they arrived to Sunnyside, they met this pink bear named Lotso, which is this character, voiced by the late Mad Baby. Lotso is the main antagonist of this movie. He's the villain, probably the most evil villain of the Toy Story movies, if I have to say. So yeah, I'll get to more about Lotso when I talk about the characters. So yeah. So the toys realize it was a prison, a trap. So it's up to Woody and the others to escape Sunnyside and get back to Andy's, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what do I have to say about Toy Story 3? Great sequel. I love it. Yeah. I watched the sequel. I watched this movie last night too. So, yeah. Really, really good sequel. And here's a fun fact. This movie that I'm holding in my hands. This movie is the very first movie I ever saw in theaters. That's right. This was my very first movie I saw in theaters back in 2010 when I was 5 years old. But I would be 6 in October of that year. But, you know. So yeah, this was the very first movie I ever saw in the theater. And this was also the very first Pixar movie I saw in theaters. So, very, very cool. I believe I saw this on opening day, June 18th, 2010. So, yeah. I have so much memories with this movie, too. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, very first movie I saw in theaters. And also comment, what was your first ever, what was your first time, what was your first movie theater experience? Let me know in the comments below. So, yeah. This was my very first movie theater experience. Like I said. So now, let's talk about the characters. Woody, once again, is voiced by Tom Hanks, and Woody is still a great character. And yep, like I said before, he's my favorite character out of the Toy Story movies. Buzz Lightyear is also a great character, and once again, voiced by Tim Allen. And got Jessie, once again, voiced by Joan Cusack. Rex is still a great character, and once again, voiced by Wallace Shawn. And Ham the Piggy Bank is another great character, and once again, voiced by John Lassenberger. and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They're great characters once again, and they and Mr. Potato Head is once again voiced by Dwight Dom Wickles, and Mrs. Potato Head is once again voiced by Dwight Insta Harris. They both may rest in peace. And yep, and Swinky Dog is a great character, and Swinky Dog got a new voice actor because, you know, his original voice actor, Jim Varney, sadly passed away in 2000, a year after Toy Story 2. So they got a good friend of his, Blake Clark, and Blake Clark does have a great voice impression on Swinky. So they got Blake Clark to voice him. So yeah. And like I said, Swinky is still a great character. And yeah, all the characters are great in this movie. Now let's talk about the new characters from this movie. Lotso, which is the film's villain, voiced by the late Mad Baby. If I'm pronouncing his name right, the late Mad Baby, because, you know, he died in 2021. Rest in peace. And we got this purple octopus named Stretch, voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, who was also in the Sister Act. And we got Barbie and Ken. They're both great characters. And Barbie is voiced by Jodie Benson, which we all know her as Ariel from The Little Mermaid. So, yeah. Now, we got some other characters, like we got Dolly, voiced by Bolly Hunt, she was like I said, she was Rosie the Spider in A Bug's Life and Sally in the Cars movies, and the toy unicorn, Miss Buttercup, voiced by Jeff Garner. He's a great character, and the toy porcupine named Mr. Pricklepants. And yeah, Dolly, Buttercup, and Mr. Pricklepants, they're great characters. And also, this toy clown named Chuckles. He's a great character, too. So were the peas in the pod. And, yeah. So yeah, and also a new character we got to introduce, Bonnie. You know, the little girl. So yeah. So yeah, those are all the characters. And like I said, the voice acting is great. Like I said, Tom Hanks did once again a great job as Woody, and Tim Allen did once again a great job as Buzz. So, yeah. Now let's talk about some scenes in this movie. I like the scene at the beginning where Andy was playing with his toys and all that, and yeah. And I love the scene where all those videos of Andy playing with his toys while they were playing You Got a Friend in Me in the background. Yep, that was a great scene. Then I also like the scene where Bonnie plays with Woody and her other toys. That was a great scene. So, yep. Now, what's another scene like? Oh yeah, there's some other great scenes. I really like the scene where Buzz starts speaking Spanish, and yeah, and he does that like flamingo dance in front of Jesse. Yeah, that was a great scene. And what's another? And of course, I cannot forget. And also, like, see, another really dark, in the dark scene we got like Lasso's backstory. What we can see how he once had an owner named Daisy that that he turned evil because she got replaced because she replaced Lasso because she accidentally lost him. Yeah, that was a dark scene, very dark scene. How he turns how he became evil and took over Sunnyside. So yeah. And also a very emotional scene too. And another very dark scene is where the toys were in a fire pit and they hold hands and they close their eyes, and yeah, that was a very dark scene. Very dark scene. And very emotional. That actually made my mom and my cousin cry when we went to go see it. Like I said before, this was the very first movie I saw in theaters. If you're curious who I saw it with, in case I forgot to tell you, I saw it with my brother, my mom, and my cousin. Because my mom took me and my brother to see it because how much we loved the first two movies. And yeah, and she also invited our cousin. So yeah. So yeah, my mom and my cousin cried during that scene. And here goes the most saddest part, where Andy gives his toys to Bonnie. You know, Andy says goodbye to his toys, especially Woody. So yeah, that made my mom and my cousin cry when we went to see it. So yeah. But as for me and my brother, when we saw this movie in theaters, we didn't even cry at all. I guess we were like 5 years old around that time. I mean, we would be 6 in October, but of that year. But yeah, I guess. But as I grown older, and even last night, yeah, that's right. Even last night, I cried at that scene. That's right, I cried at that scene last night. Last night when I was rewatching it, so I can do this video. So yeah. So yeah, So yeah, that is a very emotional scene. But very beautiful. But I'll have to say that scene is also very beautiful. It was a very beautiful ending, but sad at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. So as I grown older, nowadays, every time I rewatch this movie, I end up crying. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, this movie is very sad at the end. Yeah, very sad movie. Because Andy said goodbye to his toys and all that. Yeah, I love this movie. So yeah, so those are the scenes I could think of at the moment of right now. So, like I said, I have so many memories of this movie. Like, yeah, that's when. Well, like I said, I got my first Woody doll back in 2009 for my fifth birthday, and my brother got Buzz for his fifth birthday as well, back in 2009. So yeah, and a year later, Toy Story 3 came out, and that's when we started collecting every single character that we didn't have. So yeah, I have, like I said before, I have so many Toy Story toys growing up, especially from Toy Story 3. So yeah, I have so much toys from Toy Story 3 and Toy Story in general. I have so much Toy Story toys growing up. Like I have the figurines and I have all the toys, almost all the characters, and yeah. And we even and I'll tell you this, for my 6th birthday of that year. Okay, here's another thing. So yeah, you know, I have a twin brother, and we have the same birthday. We're both, like I said, we're both born on October 6th of 2004. I know we're a little bit off topic, but I'll give you a story. So yeah, during our 6th birthday, we we celebrated our birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's, and man, we both have Toy Story birthday cakes. That's why. And we had my mom made us like 2 Toy Story birthday cakes, one for me and one for my brother. So yeah, and she put all the some of the characters on the cake, and we put like the so yeah, and we got like a big figurine of Woody. One has a big figurine of Woody, and the other one has a big figurine of Buzz. But I think, and I took the one that had Woody because Woody's my favorite character, and my brother took Buzz because that's his favorite character. But we have other characters that were on that cake, but they were just those small Mattel figurines. So yeah, like Jesse, and all that, and even characters from the even characters that weren't in the third movie, like Bo Peep and Wheezy, X's Sketch, and I think Mr. Spell. Maybe during my 20th birthday, I might put a community post of my Toy Story of my birthday cakes based on Toy Story. Toy Story. So yeah, I might do that for my 20th birthday. So yeah, sorry it's a bit off topic, but you know, back to the movie itself. What other memories I have with this movie? Oh yeah, when I first went to Toys R Us, my first trip to Toys R Us, I saw a big aisle full of Toy Story 3 toys. And my brother and I were quite excited. We were with 2 of my grandmas. But I really miss I really miss Toys R Us. Sadly they closed in my area in 2018. Yeah, really nostalgic. I remember my first time at Toys R Us, ever going to a Toys R Us. They have a big aisle for Toy Story toys, promoting Toy Story 3. And I'm gonna say this. My brother and I were threw a tantrum there. A bit embarrassing, but we actually threw tantrums there. You know, we were young. We were a bit younger at the time. So yeah. Because I guess I wanted another Woody doll, and I think my brother wanted Jessie. Because at the time we didn't have Jessie. So yeah, I don't understand why I wanted another Woody back then, but you know, I've been through a lot of Woody dolls too. So yeah. Maybe one day, I still have a lot of some of the Woody. I have a bunch of Woody dolls. I might do a Toy Story collection if you guys want me to. So, yeah. But instead we got these, like, Buzz Lightyear, like, bubbles thing. You, like, blow bubbles with it, and, yeah. Like a Buzz Lightyear bubble wand or whatever that was. But yeah. Yeah. That's what we got from Toys R Us. Man, I really miss Toys R Us. So yeah. That's some memories I have with this movie. So yeah. That's all I can say about Toy Story 3. So yeah, after we watching that film last night, here's my rating. I gave Toy Story 3 a 10 out of 10. There are absolutely no flaws with this movie. So yeah. So that is it for my movie review on Toy Story 3. And stay tuned for my next review, which will be on Cars 2. So anyways, until then, see you in the next video.